Hi everyone, it's Jennifer, and today I'm going to give you guys some self-care tips for mental health. Here's a timetable for the 3 topics I will be discussing, so feel free to skip around depending on what you want to see. So let's begin. Start by finding a nice place to set up. I prefer going outside because you can get some fresh air and it's really relaxing. This yoga routine was filmed as a time lapse, so you can choose how long you want to spend on each pose since there really isn't a specific time restraint. It's just based on how long you feel you need. So we're going to start off with a basic child's pose, and this pose is really popular as a starting pose for many yoga tutorials as it's really relaxing. So just take some deep breaths and try to just focus on one thing. And then once you feel that you've had enough of that, you can move on to the next pose, which is a simple upward dog. As you can see, none of these poses are really that difficult. It's just more so you can relax. And from there you can transition into a downward dog, and as you can see, this is a really bad example of it because I'm not athletic, but also if you are feeling athletic and want to work out, you can add in some mountain climbers. And after that you can just move into a forward fold. And you can feel free to sway your arms around just to relax more, get in the zone. And after that you can just sit down and lie on your back. And now that you're on your back, you can proceed to doing some hip raises. You can choose to hold these for as long as you like. Just remember to take deep breaths and try to relax since you're almost done. From there, you can transition into a full body stretch. And from there, you can head back into a child's pose like the one that you started in. And congrats, you're finished with your yoga session. And I got my yoga inspiration from Sarah Breath Yoga. I really like her channel because her voice is really soothing, and she basically has tutorials for just about anything from anxiety, stress, to morning yoga, to lazy yoga, to actual power yoga, and much more. Now moving on to meditation techniques, and the first app that I recommend using is Tide. It has a really aesthetic layout, so that's already pleasing and relaxing to your eyes. Also, there is a breathe technique section where you can choose between 2 different styles of breathing and adjust the time that you want to spend on each, like so. So I'm just going to demo the first one, which is just equal regular deep breaths. And now I'm going to show you the other breathing exercise, which is a 4-7-8 count breath, which involves a hold in the middle. And the second app that I recommend using is HEADSPACE. This app is a lot more popular and has a larger variety of different exercises that you can use. It's more professional as it starts you from the basics and gives you more in-depth tutorials on how to meditate.
So welcome back to basics and to session 2. So yesterday you took your very first 3 minutes. Now, for some people, the first time you meditate is a little more difficult than expected.
I also like listening to John KABAT ZINN meditation tutorials, and I personally like the lying down meditation one the best because lying down is the most comfortable for me.
Lying down is a wonderful way to meditate if you can manage not to fall asleep. And if you do fall asleep, your sleep may be more restful if you enter it through meditation. You can wake up from sleeping in the same way, bringing full awareness to those first moments of wakefulness returning.
As for other therapeutic activities, if you are struggling, I recommend reading John KABAT ZINN's Full Catastrophe of Living. It's a book on mindfulness and how to reduce stress and live a better life. You can also try this stress reduction workbook for teens. It has various exercises to help clear your mind, figure out where you're at, and try to improve from there. And if you're just looking for a good distraction to de-stress, I recommend this adult coloring book for mindfulness. It has beautiful pictures and inspirational quotes to go along with it. It's also nice to just go outside and relax, just take a blanket out there, lay down, get some fresh air. You can read a book or play an instrument, do something that just gets your mind off of whatever is stressing you out. And as I said, feel free to just lie down, take a nap, or just look up at the sky because there's honestly so much that we miss when we're inside and cooped up in a room all day. We don't notice what nature actually has to offer. Speaking of nature, you can also choose to just take a walk and just enjoy everything that's around you. If you also happen to have an aroma diffuser, you can diffuse some essential oils, and there are certain ones like lavender and peppermint which are really calming. And lastly, I didn't really have time to film these activities, but basically another tip is that when you're studying, if you want to be more time efficient, you can try using a Pomodoro method, which is when you study for 25 minutes and then have a break for 5 minutes and then keep going on that cycle, and that kind of just helps get your brain going. You can also just do anything that doesn't involve your electronics or blue light because that can be really distracting. And that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching this self-help video on mental health. I hope you learned something and this video benefits you in some way. And good luck and bye!